Hello, my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Thank you for joining me here. And if you have subscribed, thank you for returning. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button so you get notified every time I post a new video. Today, I'm going to be posting in two parts because I am still having technical challenges. And one is a how-to where I'm going to show you how I make a cuddle coat. And the other one is going to be where I'm at with what I was working on for this week and a recap of what I got finished. And I'm very happy to say I had a super productive week, except for yesterday, Sunday, when I tried to record my full video. It was going to be a long one, and I just couldn't get it to save, so I broke it up into two parts, kind of like I break down my projects. Anyway, enjoy! Okie dokie then. Not these. Alrighty then. This is the pattern that you can see it's one piece, two pieces. Actually, we're going to cut it as three pieces because it's two fronts and this is one back and it goes on the fold. And we're going to make 3 cuddle coats. But the first one we make is going to be this one out of this beautiful mint green because I have an order for it. And I thought I would show you by popular demand how I make this. And what I do is I take these beautiful cuddly blankets. That's why I call them a cuddle coat. And they're Sherpa, I think it's called Sherpa fleece. That's what I call it anyway. And I take them, lay it out like this, because what I try to do is I try to keep these finished edges at the finished side of them. Maybe someday I'll learn. This is the back. So what I do, because this goes on the, I hope you can see this here. This goes on the fold. I try to keep it kind of like this. And then what I'm going to do is, even though this calls for a curve at the bottom, I'm not going to curve it. I am going to make it. I try to lay them out just so. Because this goes on the fold. I try to save as much fabric as possible so that I can get the cuddle coat cut out of one piece. And then what I try to do is I try to make the front of it so that it's along this front seam. And again, I try to keep things on the fold. Now, if you can see on this one, the way this is, let's see if I can get this. Yeah. See how this right here, it doesn't, the sleeve, it doesn't have all of the sleeve on here, and I need it that way. So what I'm going to do is fold this back, because what I'll be doing is taking an extra piece and adding it on to this so that I have it just perfect. And what I'll do with that is, if I'm smart, which I'm smart some days and not smart other days. I will fold it like this so I will know how much extra fabric I have to put on here for the sleeve. And then this will be the perfect cutout for that. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm going to start cutting because I will have two, because this is on the fold, and here's the back. So I will keep this one like that one like that. Once I cut this, then I'll clip it so I'll know where it is. See? And I'm using my scissors for this cut because I find it easier to cut this Sherpa fleece fabric with that. And then I'm going to clip this so I know how much sleeve I need to get out of others. And I'm going to cut it up here. It's going to be so cute. There again, I'm going to leave that front like that because that's perfect. Now, what I try to do, I'm out here in my, what I call my large cutting room. It's really my garage that's never seen a car in it because I use it for my big cutting table, which when I need to cut large things out, works pretty good. And I think I'll make these sleeves a little longer, so I'm going to keep that like that so that I can have that wonderful edge on it. And like I said here, I'm leaving this so I'm not curving the bottom of it because I want to keep those original edges. That beautiful. What I could do is leave that original edge on the bottom of that. This is the back. That makes it like that. Makes it a little longer. I like the back a little longer. And I've got this. I've got that. Now let's see. How can I do this better? Well, I want to keep that short because I'm going to use this piece for what I do is I put it around the neck, okay? And it's going to be perfect. See, what I can do is pull this forward so I can cut it. And like I said, I'm going to leave that like that. And what I will make out of this tail down here, there. Okay, so that's perfect. This is perfect, okay? And this is perfect because this I'm going to use for the extra sleeve piece. Now, see how I've got this? This is the back. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to extend this out, right? Because I've got to, see, and I have this edge that's finished. Now, what I'm going to do with this is, see how I have that much? Okay, so I'm going to put this like this. And see how that is? Okay, that says there. Now, if I look at this, that's just about perfect from a sleeve perspective. See? So that gives me the extra extension that I'm going to need. Oh, this is just going to be so perfect. You would think that I'd know how to do this perfectly by now. I keep saying perfect, but perfect is as perfect does. Yes. And what I'm going to do here is and I don't throw anything away. I try to keep everything except we have this little one is here. What this is going to become, I'm going to keep those because I'm going to use them for applique later. This piece, see this, will get sewn to this. See how this is here? It's going to be perfect. this will be how this is, like this. I'm going to clip this on here because I want it to be perfectly perfect. Like that. Okay. That. And then this is going to be here like this, like that. And I'll clean this up a little bit after I get it to my sewing table. And I'll make sure the edges match up. And now for these Cuddle coats, what's very interesting about them is that all I have to do to finish making the Cuddle coat is I will take it into the house to my serger. I'll serge down this way and serge that way so that all the edges are serged. I'll do the same on the back piece, and then this becomes the collar around the neck. So what I'll do with this is put the two right sides together. I'll serge this, then sew it together, serge that side, and then this becomes a little shawl that they wear around their neck. What do you call that? It's a scarf. Sorry. Huh? My words fail me. And then I'll put it all together, and I'll show you that when I go in the house to my other table. And then I've got two more. I have a tan one and a gray one, and then I don't have any more of this Sherpa fleece, so that will be the end of my Cuddle coat unless I decide to make more. But they are an easy make, and because they're an easier make, I don't have to charge as much for them. I do need to look and see what the cost of these Sherpa blankets are, because they're 100% polyester. I get them usually from Walmart when they're on sale, and then you can just wash them, tumble them dry, throw them in the dryer on low. That's it, and there it is, all cut up, ready to sew. So that makes it pretty nice. And the only scrap that I have, other than just pull these out of the trash and you can see it, I have two little pieces. I could save them, but I don't have anything in mind for them right now. And then these couple of little pieces. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make some little applique images of little doll faces when I have a little more time to put on the back of jackets. And these will be perfect because I like things that are tactile, you know, nice, soft feeling things. So that's my introduction for you to my big cutting table here in my garage. Anyway, thank you for watching. Alrighty then, and now I'm stitching together my Cuddle coat, and I'm not going to subject you to listening to my machine running through here, but I just have to sew down this side, the shoulder side, from the sleeve up to the center shoulder, and then I'll come back and go from the edge of the sleeve down the underarm, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. And after that beautiful serger work, I just want to show you what I made. This is a little neck scarf that'll go along with the Cuddle coat. And when I sell the Cuddle coats, I sell this. This goes with it as a freebie, a little scarf, and then I make a little bag. And the Cuddle coat is so soft and squishy that in this I make a little like 17, 18 by 12 bag with a little handle. And then I shove the Cuddle coat in it, so they get a couple little freebies. They get a little scarf, and they get a little bag. And I only have 2 more Cuddle coats, as I showed you, to make. I'm probably going to wait until the end of the week to do that. I might cut them because I have a whole stack of, let's see, 2 more quilted coats. Let me see if I can show you that. Here are my 2 more quilted coats, hooded coats that are cut out. And there is a little kimono reversible one out of the other material that I have already made. It's just waiting for the final finishing touches. And now I am going to serge the rest of this coat, and then I'll show you when I get ready to put it together. I'll show you me putting it together and then trying it on, and then I'm going to ship that to my wonderful customer who purchased it. And this is actually her 3rd purchase from me. She's bought 6 things. And she just loves my stuff. And I love my customers. So I have to get that finished for her today and get it in the mail. Back later.